Hello, Drake Hawkins Subway Setter here, and today I am reviewing this new Hidden Renaissance album, NEOPOLIS. Hidden Renaissance is a hip-hop collective that formed through TikTok and has 44 members, all of which have creative input over each of the 25 tracks here. With all of these musicians coming together in an attempt to make one stellar album, there was no reason for me to believe this wouldn't be one of the most diverse and creative projects this year. I mean, how could it not be? Collectives like Odd Future and Spillage Village have artists of varying styles. Tyler the Creator and JID are straightforward lyricists, and then there are more softer, more melodic singers like Frank Ocean and Mereba. There needs to be variation in the vocal styles, musical ideas, and artistic vision between everyone involved for any sort of full-length album to work. Hidden Renaissance, with its overabundance of rappers and producers, somehow fails to keep its runtime entertaining from front to back. There are highlights in the tracklist, like I Can't Sleep. Its somber keys and muffled drums help to reinforce the lyrical themes of depression and overall weariness. I really do love the harmonies on the chorus. It's one of the few on here that evoke any sort of emotion from the listener, and is also one of the only parts on the record with a melodic edge. The performances from Pareto, Chaos 1.0, and Alkane are all perfect here. I'm pretty sure Alkane is the producer here, but I couldn't find anywhere to see the full album credits, so I apologize in advance for not being able to give proper credit to the artists involved. I'm pretty sure that the way that it's credited on Spotify, it has the artists first and then the actual producer last. I could be wrong. Another clear highlight here is Road to California. This is another track containing performances from Chaos 1.0 and Pareto, and they're assisted by production from Aquarius J this time. These two have an incredible amount of chemistry together. Their fiery flows over the smoky, cloud rap-esque beat are such a delight and add so much momentum to the record. The chorus on here, which I believe is provided by Chaos, is also fantastic. Such a solid melody, immaculate vocal doubling, and nice enough lyrics. I also think the Throne track on here, Soul Crayola, is really nice. I don't know the individual artist's name, so forgive me for referring to them as the boy and the girl, but the girl's rap song verse on here is so good. As indifferent as I was to their album that dropped earlier this year, I found her to be the more interesting half of that duo. Not to say the guy was bad, but I felt like she added more charisma and versatility to any given track with her melodic and seemingly effortless flows, and the very same could be said here. Her flow is so on point, and the melodic lines hit here are some of the best that I've heard from her. Even her interpolation of Eurythmic "Sweet Dreams Are Made of This" at the end of her verse goes over really well. And then the guy comes in and provides some of the best rapping on the entire album. From his immaculate flows to his erratic yet controlled delivery to his braggadocious lyricism, this wipes everything on Lionfish in my opinion, and does exactly what albums like these should do: get you interested in the solo work of the artist being presented. Other than the 3 tracks that I've mentioned, no other track here really piques my interest of the artists involved. Starting with the production, so much of it sounds the same. No disrespect to the producers, as each beat is competently made and sounds relatively nice on its own, but it sounds like there was no direct collaboration between anyone. Nearly all of the instrumentals here consist of a standard dusty drum loop and a generic soul sample. It also doesn't help that each beat runs around the same tempo, causing the album to feel kinda draining. And then there's the actual rappers over these beats. Again, no disrespect to those involved, but a lot of the rappers here sound the exact same. They all sound like they're doing their best Billy Woods impression. Time and time again, they force these dense rhyme schemes by throwing words together that ultimately mean nothing. It's kinda like the Eminem wannabes, except these guys are rapping slow over boom bap production, so it's deep. One artist did stand out on the outro track, but it's because they sound as if this is their first time ever rapping. Why you would choose to have this artist close out the record, I don't know, but this is the ending we have, and it's an underwhelming conclusion to the record as a whole. Last thing I'd like to mention is the removal of one of the songs that was on the original 26-track release. That track is From the Valley with Xerxes. If you don't know who Xerxes is, that's okay. It actually seems like that's why they removed him from the record. Allegedly, he's a racist piece of trash. I couldn't find a whole lot of evidence for this or anything indicating exactly what could have caused this post-release removal, aside from comments from Hidden Renaissance fans, but if Xerxes' bigotry was the cause, I am completely in favor. The only 2 issues this removal creates is, 1, at any time, for any reason, Hidden Renaissance could re-release this record and future records because a member was removed. I completely agree with the removal of Xerxes, but how many tracks could potentially be altered in the future, or just removed altogether? And 2, you can't tell that a track was removed from the record. There was no sonic, lyrical, or thematic progression in the record, and that's a tad more evident when a track was removed and no difference is made to the overall flow. In short, I think a few artists and producers stood high above the rest, while others scrambled to cosplay as Makami or The Alchemist. Everyone here shows at least a little bit of promise, but that potential fails to shine through during the hour-long runtime. I'm feeling a 4 on this one. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. Bye. Bye!